LSUA students started their first day of the semester today. This after a heavy law enforcement was on scene for an alleged active shooter last night. At around 5 o'clock yesterday evening, several police departments responded to LSUA due to a call about an active shooter on campus to the Alexandria Police Department. Nearly 4 hours later, the all clear was given. Louisiana State Police is now leading the investigation. LSUA Police, the Rapides Parish Sheriff's Office, APD, Woodworth, and LeCount Police Departments were all on scene. There remains no credible signs of a threat. We spoke with the Vice Chancellor for Student Engagement, Dr. Abby Bain, about what the school is calling a hoax.
I hope that, whoever made this prank call understands the severity of something like this. And so many, people came to search our campus when they really could have potentially been helping other people who needed it.
And our Jay McCulley joins me now in studio. Jay, you spoke with some of the students today. How are they responding to the ordeal?
Hey Johnny, so the students I spoke with are upperclassmen and they're handling the hoax with grace, but their biggest concern is for the freshmen who may have gone through their very first lockdown away from home.
That's crazy because we just started school like freshmen. They just being away from their parents. Parents was worried and stuff like that. Some people are young on this campus, so stuff like that should be taken how it was taken yesterday.
Luckily, some students are able to experience this just as a hoax so they can be ready if something actually does happen, be a lot more prepared. But still, it's obviously terrible. Like, just a day before classes starting, a lot of these new freshmen coming in, first time ever experiencing college, and this is what they're hit with.
LSUA offers free and confidential counseling services for students. You can give them a call at the number on your screen. If you have any information about who made the hoax phone call, you're asked to contact LSP at the number on your screen. As always, we'll continue to keep you updated on any developments regarding this matter. Johnny?